So, Game 1 hier verpasst, aber das ist okay. Anscheinend war es ein Stomp. Und wir haben nochmal einen Stomp. Alrighty. Okay. Das ist aber wie erwartet. Das stört uns hier auch kein wenig. Ein bisschen. Schade, ey. Ja, und das ist echt schade. Ich glaube, Early Games fand ich echt nicht schlecht dieses Wochenende. Also wirklich, ich fand Early Games echt nicht schlecht.
Yeah, this is tough all around for DSG. Every lane is crying. Kryra couldn't gamble, wasn't willing to gamble on that Drake. He would have had the time to take it since Inspired was clearing out the grub.
Weil LCS nicht mehr auf Ende LEC, Bro, es ist 23 Uhr. Die Roadshow hat schon sehr, sehr lange gedauert. Gestern und heute waren sehr, 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 sehr langsame Tage. So. LYON vs. DSG.
But he's just so far ahead. He's just hit the power spike so much faster, and now he's going to be able to go wherever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big advantage of the item. It's so cheap, right? And Wukong's
Vayntau ist noch viel besser. Sajed hat die letzte Woche schon gespielt. Weiß nicht, ob ich sie so gut finde. Ich glaube, gegen den Draft hier sieht es schwierig aus, to be honest.
Will be strong with the other Triforce, but that is a ways away, and it is going to be probably an uncontested dragon here for LYON as DSG just trying to hold on. I mean, mid and jungle aren't behind really. But bot lane and top lane is a bit of a canyon, and even from a deficit, LYON was team fighting better, so it is definitely very concerning to find DSG this far behind this early.
Yeah, Saint probably having a lot of fun on Yone as well, off of control mage duty. His Yone career record, 10-3, pretty good, not amazing, but you're definitely going to take those when you're winning that high of a percentage of your games.
So, zweite Series hier ist TL gegen Sentinels. Sollte eine coole Series werden. Oder ein Team Liquid Stomp. Mal sehen.
Saint goes aggressive. They might try to look for this, and now he's going to clone forward, trying to look for him. There's the Emperor's Divide, knocks him back. The fate is sealed. Calmy's incredibly low, and Saint is just going to take him down. Doesn't even need his jungler. Give him the thumbs up, Saint. Well played, as LYON now getting out in the mid lane.
Lohnt es sich für die zweite Series wach zu bleiben, wenn man morgen früh aufstehen muss? Nein, wenn ihr morgen früh aufstehen müsst, geht ins Bett. Bleibt das Game hier auch und dann geht ins Bett, wenn ihr früh raus müsst, morgen.
But that just gave him more time to hit Calmy. He's never going to snap back if he doesn't want to. He snaps back, presses the R to buffer it right back into Calmy, and just perfectly plays that 1v2.
Yeah, very well played. I mean, Calmy was just posturing forward so confidently because he has his jungler there, but Saint just fights it out.
Jungler!
Sajed trying to get some gold down here on the bot side, but way behind, doesn't have the tier 2 boots, and a fully completed item is already there for Berserker. His castle does have the push right now on Dokla, trying to
schon mal Inspired interviewt, ja. Einmal, glaube ich. Warte mal, einmal.
Full control and will just be continuing to push forward. LYONs, though, jumping out of the brush, surprises Dokla and forces a flash.
Yeah, Dokla didn't want to have one-shot threat there. If they land the Bard stun, didn't have eyes on Wukong either. He could have easily been in that bush as far as Dokla was concerned, so doesn't want to give over the first death of the game.
Sajed popping the final hour, looking for the 1v1.
Ich finde, Fnatic hat sich deutlich, also ich finde, Fnatic spielt deutlich besser als im Winter noch. Meiner Meinung nach. Deutlich besser.
Third and fourth shot ready. Berserker probably could have taken him out. Saint could have looked for the plate. Won't quite be able to knock it down, but the minions might do the job for him. And he gets that gold, so Sajed at least stays alive, but it is Berserker up 2,000 gold off of the rare 80 carry solo kill in a 1v1.
And Inspired getting the second straight red buff from Kryra. Kryra is going to realize likely that it was just stolen as he walked past with the way the camp cooldown is going to go.
Looking for Berserker here. Tries to go for the flash predict. Can't find a beautiful backstep there from Berserker. Has the fleet footwork pop. Flashing over his Sajed. Should be able to finish him off. The teleport's coming in. Isles does arrive. There's the condemn, but Saint is here to pick up the kill. Isles unfortunately does get a nice attempt at from DSG, and it does get them the 1-for-1. But LYONs, unfortunately, is getting surrounded here and may get chased down. Inspired does have the ult, doesn't really...
Hat er eigentlich gegen Lost Response verloren? Nö, das war das erste Best of One. Das war das erste Best of One vom Wintersplit. Haben sie gewonnen.
At great cost. The bot lane turret goes over to Saint. Inspired picks up a kill on the back end. The CC chain from LYON is really so good whenever they get into a chase situation.
Kryra in the area, but this is a 2v3. Call Me has to shift back over the wall as they wanted to try to push in and then realized they were outnumbered as Isles was in that brush also. So Inspired takes away another buff, just constantly playing in the enemy jungle. That is, multiple red buffs, now taking away the blue. He knows he is stronger.
So you can see right here, after Berserker had already essentially...
Okay, Besitzer von Lost Tones gibt's nicht mehr.
He was in a safe spot, not to mention where Isles was.
Lost Tones gibt's nicht mehr, mein Freund.
There's two people here, and when he's in this situation, I think he plays it as best as he can. Dodges most of the spells, tries to move towards Isles to get the heal, isn't quite enough damage, but with how much DSG had to invest just to get that one kill, they're far too deep, and LYON run down the kills.
Yep, and now Dokla popping the equalizer, but Kryra is in the brush, and Castle and Kryra will be able to team up to knock one down. Saint goes in with the Faded Seal that only finds...
Hit it in? No fucking way. Wollte gerade sagen.
Quite have the damage, and does the tower shot on the other side? No. Both of them will be able to walk away to tell the tale after Dokla falls. So DSG
Back in 3-1, Casey.
Get Inspired, going to get shuffled back into that summon turret. Has a nice little tumble to the side, keeps the Jet alive, but he is getting blasted by Berserker. Yeah. And the curtain call is still up and available, so he has to be careful.
Yeah, I think Sajed actually dies there if he doesn't tumble forward there to dodge, even with barrier, because the CC chain would come out from Nautilus and the fourth shot definitely would have landed. But before that, a nice play top lane by DSG, getting the kill back onto Dokla. Just something positive to keep the game moving in the right direction. And the kill going on to Kryra is good as well.
Mein Gott, der sieht jetzt sehr guckt aus, Red. Sehr guckt aus. Auch wenn der Wukong da gefeedet ist. Ich weiß nicht, wie viel der machen kann später gegen Rumble in Teamfights. Mal sehen. Ich will auch nicht mit einer Karma oder sowas.
As Kryra again looking up towards top lane, Saint, if he goes aggressive, could be in a little bit of trouble. Has no.
Das wird die als erstes Coach, ja, wenn sie nicht spielen.
Pops the Fate Seal, just trying to be able to actually buy a little bit of time, with that Soul Unbound. Inspired was in the area, they get the teleport. Good play from DSG. I mean, they don't get a kill, but they do get a teleport, and they get some time spent there by Inspired.
Yeah, they're in a really difficult spot in this game, though. Even though they've played a couple of sequences nicely, they're going to lose this Rift Herald. They're likely going to still have to reset because the Vayne has no pressure anywhere on the map, and it's fairly unlikely they're able to secure this Drake unless LYON really invest for a kill on top lane.
Sollten sie nicht.
It's going to be very tough. I mean, they're just starting to lose a lot of towers. They already lost that bot tier 1.
Sollten sie?
The Herald, they're working down that mid tier 1, and Isles is behind Call Me. Dokla trying to soften him up. Call Me is able to sidestep both those Electro Harpoons, but now you see...
Also Asia hat Ulti und Flash.
And we'll see how Call Me can try to play this. The teleport going to be coming in from Castle. Nice Emperor's Divide, scoops him back. It does clear out the wave, but the tower is getting low. Isles has the aggro. Castle comes in between worlds, trying to knock down Isles. He's incredibly low. Flash forward, shut down there for Call Me. Now Kryra arrives. Can they get more? The answer looks like it is no, but again, another good play here from DSG, not rolling over. They are not going to give up this game without a fight.
Isles has a bounty, so Call Me a pretty big benefactor of that play. They're going to try to...
warum ist Jet tot? Oh, damn.
Sajed, I mean, he escaped from Saint before and then just kind of walks back blind into the jungle and dies.
This keeps happening. DSG makes the big play, and then immediately something good happens for LYON. That dive itself was a little strange to me. I feel like if...
Ich dachte, sie gehen durch Mitte und dann into Drake. To be honest, ich glaube, Toplane nach dem Pink Ward clears ist halt so obvious, oder nicht?
TP can arrive, but he spends so much time inside the Rift Herald, they don't have the lockdown to get the kill, and the play ends up going bad.
Yeah, maybe they thought they could slow play it and kill the tower first or something, but it definitely did not work out, and now Isles is going to get spotted here. Saint on the side in the 1v2 against Lions, and Call Me goes back in with the Faded Seal, and it looks like Call Me is going to be falling again. Saint does it once again in the 1v2, and
oh my God,
he's going to fall.
Was die Q-Range.
But is knocked down there by Kryra. Might be Isles falling here too. Kryra trying to stay ahead of him, trying to block the dredge line, can't quite do it, but in comes
Brandos, was machen wir?
To help him finish him off. It's another couple kills.
Brandos, wie machen wir es?
And this is the chaos that LYON would like to be better at playing in. They see an opportunity to go for a kill, so Saint flies in, but the numbers just absolutely aren't there. Rumble is bot, Jhin is mid, Sejuani's solo killing the Drake, so there's no way there's a legitimate numbers advantage there for LYON. Turns out DSG just have more people towards the top side, so yes, they lose the objectives in the waves, but they get the kills at the end of this fight.
Yeah, and Saint just again, being able to find the play here in the 1v2.
Good von Lions, to be honest.
On the Yone. He has been smurfing here. Lands basically everything, finished him off, snaps back, and then makes it really hard to get the kill. Gets the Q as well as the shield before they eventually chase him down.
Sajed able to survive there, but
Alles meine
it's just not been a fun game for him. Ever since the beginning of the game, that 2v2, they lost that pretty hard and then get solo killed in a 1v1 by Berserker. And that's kind of why you're picking the Vayne into the Jhin, is to be able to do that the other way, right? You're looking for those 1v1 outplays. They're going to find a dive on the top side.
Clean.
3v1, no
Clean.
hits for Castle, didn't even get to move.
I think that's what they envisioned when they wanted to dive the Azir, was let's lock him down and then surely we kill him.
Yeah, they got the rare redo.
Yeah, no Rift Herald to mess it up this time.
Exactly, yep. Azir on the other side of the map, though, trying to get some gold back. Call Me will be able to at least take down a tier 1 tower. I don't think there's any objective bounties, though, so not going to be a massive cash-in. There is still that top lane tier 1, which has like a one little tickle of health left on it. There's any auto, any minion, anything is going to kill that. So DSG can get a little bit of that standing gold, but LYON, a couple good plays. Once again, kind of re-extend that gold lead, and it is now up to 4.5K once again.
Yeah, Saint is really becoming a problem in this game. You can see just creating a lot of pressure on his own, making it difficult for Cryer to even kill Krugs, pulling Lions up. That just lets everyone else on the map relax as long as Saint has it under control. And even with all of his aggression, only died once so far this game on the Yone.
You can see Inspired going for that full supportive style item. Has the Bandle Pipes, very good on set 20, helps you, even with the attack speed on set 20, helps you stack up your passive more quickly. There was some tech for a while, people were doing Bandle Pipe set 20 top and just utilizing that buff to actually stack it really, really fast. But obviously you're playing with the Yone. The Yone uses that attack speed pretty well. So that's also going to be nice. And it's just another cheap, efficient item as LYON play here.
Bandle Pipes okay, aber warum nicht, wieso nicht Siegs?
Memo that they were backing up, and he's just going to be hit by the Glacial Prison, knocked down in a hurry. As Berserker pops the curtain call, and Kryra's got no
gute Fights. Und Nash down ab. Als Nash 20.
I think LYON are going to be heading right for it. Sajed looking.
Nö, der hat auch sehr viel Sejuani und Maokai gespielt bei FlyQuest.
But it's a beautiful hook resulting in yet another kill. DSG were all over the place in that one.
Siegs Hahn ist am Mittel, würde ich auch sagen, persönlich, aber
And LYON had one singular idea of how to play it out. Their team fighting has been superior this entire series. The timing could also not be better with the Baron spawning at 20 minutes. Even if Jhin is not that good at Baron, the Yone certainly is, and Saint is 2,500 gold ahead of Call Me after that last triple kill.
Yeah, not too bad, and they're going to be able to grab that Baron, reset with lots of time to be able to actually look for the next dragon, which would be soul point for them. LYON up now nearly 7,000 gold as their carries are just dominating. And I mean, Call Me just didn't run. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the shift available. Maybe he was thinking that there was no way to actually fully escape, so he had to fight.
That would be the only thing. But then, unfortunately, Kryra also isn't able to escape, and Sajed then panics at the very bottom, but Berserker just walks towards his team, and they can collapse on the first target hooked.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just felt like they were all on a very different page.
Very different pages.
Kryra and Sajed and Lions want to run. Call Me's re-engaging. Then Kryra's like, oh crap, I better stay. But his mid laner's already dead. Then Sajed's like, well, what if I go for a 1v1? It just didn't work out. Doka going to drop the equalizer here. We'll find nothing.
Musst du halt treffen, ne?
Cool. And Saint going to be heading up towards that.
Musst du treffen, Bro.
Is coming as well. Magical Journey to try to get them back to safety.
Dass er bei einer Lane mitspielt mit Nash finde ich jetzt nicht so geil, persönlich.
With the soul unbound, but cannot find them.
Yeah, they are all spread out right now, though, so LYON could look to collapse.
Yeah, Kryra in a lot of trouble, already low here. Castle goes between worlds, but he is CC'd up, barely surviving, gets the shutdown, though.
Okay, warum spielen die ja? Okay, komisch gespielt, sehr komisch gespielt, der Nash.
Jet starting to get the damage rolling here. Call Me shifting forward. They get another kill. DSG come to life here. Do get 2 kills. Unfortunately, cannot chase down for more, and there's no objective available to grab.
The Bard trickery comes in clutch in that fight. So the initial pick with the Bard ult missing made LYON extremely confident that they'd...
Minus 1 Nash play, aha.
And kind of with the snap of a finger, DSG ended up having 5 people there, and they could get the burst damage down onto Saint. So they collect that bounty. Call Me's trying to collect this turret. Inspired has other ideas.
Yeah, I think he might be getting collected as Dokla just running in. Easy kill for him. It is an objective bounty and a tower. And they're taking the dragon on the other side. So if they get this dragon, it's honestly super worth it.
A couple bounties would be going their way, but Yone's coming in to stop it.
Yep, they are going to be TPing down, and Sajed is just trying to play guard duty here, trying to keep Berserker out. They need to burst this down quick. Will they have the time to do it? Isles is in the pit. We'll see if Kryra can get it. He does secure that bounty, but the question is, can he get out with his life? The rest of DSG should survive. Kryra looks like he will not be so lucky. Saint waiting over the wall. Eventually he will fall. And that is a couple kills going their way, but honestly, stopping this soul sack, taking the objective bounty off the dragon.
2 Kills, by the way, trotzdem minus 1,3 Nash Play.
That's pretty good.
Is crazy.
It's super worth it. Most situations in this game, they're still going to end up losing, but collecting 2 objective bounties almost always worth it.
Castle going between worlds. The temper
10 Sekunden nur noch.
out and misses again.
Mit der Tür, sie kommen auf 0 raus.
So far this game, Castle, nice use of Rocket Belt to be able to dodge
Pi mal Daumen.
on that glacial prison. Good hook there over
Schön.
the Castle, and now the hard engage
Schön.
will land. Call me trying to shift back to safety, but is anywhere safe.
Schön.
Sidestepping 1, sidestepping 2, sidestepping the dredge line. Still has to dodge the 4-shot, can't do it. Dokla flashes in, it's gonna look to try to finish him off. Carver coming into Peel. Call me's in trouble, he does fall. Dokla is likely to die on the other side. Jet arrives, they do get one back, but LYON make the dive happen, take down the tier 2.
Das Hintergrund ist ziemlich gut. Außer wir schauen First End, dann ist auf einmal nicht mehr gut. Naja.
The team needs to try and play with more chaos. I'd say
Naja.
game 1 didn't work in that way, and I wouldn't be surprised if they brought that up with both the draft and the way they're playing for this game, because even if they don't have a huge advantage, they're just going for it and trying to make plays happen the whole game.
Ooh, LYON waiting around here as they come through that magical journey. And LYONs finds 3 LYON members.
Man kann nicht alles haben.
Rush there, as this was that initial play, and Castle with some fancy feet doing a good job on the initial engage.
Able to sidestep, hop. It doesn't matter that he gets rooted with his ultimate, but then he just kind of sticks around, right? So they still have the Baron buff. They're still trying to defend this without their jungler, and you can't dodge every CC. Once the hook lands, everybody can just chain it on top of him. He gets wiped, and then LYON says, you know what? We don't just want the turret. We want to keep going. DSG actually dodges a bunch of skill shots. That's the majority of the curtain call. That's another dredge line they dodge. He flashes the proto belt just at the right time, but Dokla finishes him off at the end.
Yep, going to be able to finish him off there. And I mean, Castle was just a little bit too close to that brush. He timed the weirding well. You know, he was trying to, I think, maybe bait it and disengage with the weirding, but it was just a little bit too close. And the CC chain was very clean with the deadly flourish, as well as the ultimate coming through from Saint. And here's that quote you were talking about, chat.
Yeah, we're trying to play a bit more chaotic and see if we can find ourselves in the environment, which was talking about what happened with some of the teams at first stand. But when the chaos starts, it's good if we are choosing the best decisions possible in those moments. They're getting stage reps of that.
Yep.
You can see that happen a lot in scrims, but they're definitely flying in, and Saint is excelling in this environment right now.
I mean, it's really important, and when you think back to first stand, LYON had a lot of really good early games, and even against the LPL.
Wie schätzt du aktuell die Qualität der LCS im Vergleich zur LEC ein? Hab's Gefühl, in der LCS haben wir ein sehr gutes Team mit Team Liquid und danach so okay Teams. LYON, C9, Sentinels, bei denen ich unsicher bin, wie gut sie wirklich sind. Hab Gefühl, in der LEC haben wir ein gutes Team mit KC, die aber auch gestrauchelt haben gestern und heute. Und dann so okay Teams, viele okay Teams. Vitality sieht noch gut aus, zu be fair. Actually, 2 gute Teams. KC und Vitality.
It would actually have to be through Sajet. He's on 3 items on Vayne, so even though he's 2000,
ist das Streamer mute? Nee, wieso?
Berserker, it's not manifesting in a huge amount of inventory difference right
also Sentinels auf die gleiche Ebene wie C9 und LYON packen? Nö. Nee, nee. Klare Top 3. Und dann der Rest.
That's the one chance they'd have of winning, but if they're getting picked off like
Der Catch of Call Me. Wow.
There is a perfect engage onto him. Call Me either didn't have
Guter Catch. Nice up. Wie beurteilst du dahingehend Navi? Ich habe das Gefühl, Navi hat so ein bisschen das Problem von Fnatic auch. Insofern, dass du echt richtig Probleme hast, Toplane zu blindpicken. Ich habe das Gefühl, wenn du Sion rausnimmst von wie heißt der? Vom Main Tower hat er echt nicht sehr viele Champions mehr übrig, die er blindpicken kann. Und ich glaube deswegen hat dieses Team einfach ein Natural Ceiling. So, meiner Meinung nach hat dieses Team einfach ein Ceiling wegen Toplane. Liquid Nummer 1 momentan, ja. Liquid sieht sehr gut aus.
Everyone else recalled, so Isles will get caught out and has to flash.
Berserker was sitting on 2,200 gold.
That's so
if the team was like, no, we got a good time here, if I'm Berserker, I'm saying, you know, actually, it doesn't look that good. I think it's bad timing. I think I want to buy an item. Let's make sure we go back and collect Drake, because now he's got full 4 items and is ready to go.
as the Saint. Full 4 items for both of those carries who are the entire gold lead pretty much. As LYON will grab an uncontested third dragon here, thankfully for DSG. They were able to sneak away that last one, so this isn't Soul. And DSG will be gifted a little bit more time to try to find a way back into this game, but it is of course going to be incredibly difficult without a big...
Geht mir aus Johnny Red Smite, der Slow. Red Smite wurde gebufft. Gibt mehrere Gönne.
Once again on to call me. In comes a deadly flourish, and it just rinse and repeat once again. He is killed just like that, but they do get one back as Dokla gets deleted. Did not expect the return damage coming out there from Lions and Castle as they burst down that Rumble.
Yeah, nice burst on the counter kill, but that's the Rumble combo. That's why you see it so frequently with the Deadly Flourish able to chain CC. But there's Bardoll.
Blocken sie für Berserker. Flash raus, okay.
No, they cannot. Berserker flashes away.
Spielen eine Lane nur. Berserker hat kein Flash. Berserker lebt aber. Wow. Haben nicht genug Damage. Gehen wir nach HC auf Sejuani. In Solo-Queue ja. In Pro-Play würde ich immer Protoplasm gehen. Item ist sehr stark. Item ist sehr, sehr stark. Ist gut.
DSG made some good plays, but this one was all LYON start to finish.
Solo Series. Jetzt bekommen wir Team Liquid gegen Sentinel. Sollte eine coole Series sein. Die 11er Sentinel sollte cool sein.
They let Berserker down
GG.
at the end. They let Call Me kill him at the very end, but overall,
ich bin kurz auf Toilette.
should be pretty happy with especially Game 2. Game 1 was very close against DSG, but